How are we doing today, Starseeds? Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining me today for a somewhat in-depth analysis of what you've probably already heard of as the Toroidal Field or the Toroidal Field of Oneness on your personal Starseed or Twin Flame Starseed Ascension and Spiritual Awakening journey. From watching various Twin Flame Starseed Ascension Energies tarot reading videos mainly, as well as Ascension Energies videos in general, from a small multitude of gurus and experts online, throughout my own ongoing process of awakening, this is how I discovered the gist of what this is, but decided to go further in my understanding of what it is exactly, what it does, how it affects us, and how it can help us in order to feel much more whole and have a deeper, greater sense of integrity before I exit and graduate phase 1 of the mass ascension we've all been undertaking together and separately, most of us for several years now. To help with this, I went ahead and pulled a card from my Lightseer's tarot deck if you were curious as to which one I'm using when we begin, and we'll be channeling information from it with the help of the Toroidal Field Spirit Guide experts from within our very own planet Earth and universe's consciousness system. But first, I went ahead and performed a quick search online to study information from a trusted source, where I also used my intuition to decipher its truths and channel some information along with it from my own guides, inner wisdom, and experience, which will give us a great foundation to begin our research on. From this online source, it was gathered that the toroidal field of oneness is particularly a white, but sometimes multicolored for higher level beings of hybrid nature, literally showing us the kind of depth and experience they have to our faces. Light force field / bubble of energy that forms around the body, beginning at the crown chakra and cascading down to the root chakra. The light then spirals up the central channel through all of the chakras, then back up through the crown chakra in a sort of constant motion, making you feel and reminding you that you are completely interconnected to all living things, life itself, the entire universe, and yourself first and foremost as a result of this. If you are beginning to feel the energies of great health and well-being emanating from your body from this discovery, then this is a very good thing and means that we are right on point with this newfound knowledge or deeper understanding, if you were already somewhat aware, of the toroidal field and how it functions. Like the yin and yang symbolism, you would typically refer to it as only the toroidal field whenever you are referring to the one around and within yourself, and the toroidal field of oneness or even consciousness when you are referring to the universe's or even Mother Earth's toroidal field, which all of the planets within our solar system also happen to have as well, if you were unaware of this like myself when checking with my guides on this. This is what makes them healthy, conscious, active, and energized as well. However, because of our naturally expansive nature, it also makes sense to refer to our own toroidal field as the toroidal field of oneness as well, because the universe isn't so much bigger than us after all, and where the yin and yang symbolism and theme also comes into play within all of this. As it does within most things and concepts within and all around us, maybe this can help you attain much more integrity and remember your dire importance, yes, even on human levels, as this is where this all started, humbling, grounding, and transporting you back to your childhood self, that much more as an effect of this knowing. In terms of human beings, the person is always the center of this energy flow, which is a major aspect of our own electromagnetic field in connection to our own inner universe and the outer universe surrounding us, making you feel completely at one with the greater all, yourself, all living things surrounding you, even so-called evil people oftentimes, while being in a sort of angelic state of ecstasy when fully accessing it. Isn't that so beautiful? This is why one should not fight or stress about attaining mastery over this, but more so mastery of this and of accessing this state of being, as it is completely innocent, selfless, and not here to be used for competitive purposes. To give you a depiction of what it looks like, if the pictures aren't quite cutting it for you, it is a ring or donut-shaped field of light energy, not necessarily the type of energy we exert from our body or from our car while starting it, as it is a very specific conscious energy that could actually be named a human name. It's so real and natural in this way, which it will be at some point by the creators of our fairy universe, and which I will definitely get back to you on what they all come up with once this is settled. I'm feeling that it prefers to have a girl name, although it is more so masculine in its nature, with a touch of boyhood within the mix, in order to be more universal, as well as hip, cool, and relatable, to match the true nature of our entire universe, all universes next to and all around ours, us as an effect. Lastly, it can also help you time travel or quantum leap back to simpler time stays if worked with, intended, and utilized by a magician like myself, or from a conscious person with depth, taking their ascension process seriously, which we are going to be doing all throughout this experience for anyone who can hop on this ship, which should be everyone truly, and take the trip along with me. Now that we have a much deeper, broader understanding of our God given toroidal field in its nature, I think we are full and ready to begin working with it and channeling information from the tarot card pulled for this tarot reading and energy healing study session. So let's begin. From the Five of Swords, which is what popped out of the deck while shuffling and meditating with the toroidal field angels, on which card suits this reading best, the crow perched on top of the young man's right shoulder is coming with the energy of the toroidal field, telling us that it is our friend, that it knows us very well, is extremely conscious, but could be even more conscious if you'd like to develop a better relationship with it, which I'm going to intend now for all receptive and eligible, as well as playing into the fact that it could actually bear a name due to its extreme importance, intelligence, depth, and even scary, supernatural, just like we are at times, understanding of all things living. From the way the man holds his hand against his head, it is telling me that it knows when we are down and out, doubtful of ourselves, our profound capabilities, depressed, deterred, or agitated, which I can feel completely redirecting with all those receptive of this, Mother Earth included, bringing attention to the man towards the back right of the illustration, and making it feel as if this is the future, salvaged version of the man towards the front of the illustration, whom doesn't even know himself as he should, like he once did as a child, even more so, which we are all suffering from in one way or another, and is when I now ask the toroidal angels to assist us in retreating and backtracking to the simpler times version of our inner selves, so that any holes separating us from our child self and adult self may be bridged, catching us up to the whole, matured, incredibly conscious and experienced version of the person we're already supposed to be by now afterwards. Already I can feel so many trials and tribulations, both worth it and unworth it, fading away far into the background of the very much worthy man's life, completely erasing and eradicating all bullshit he's had to go through to get to this point atop Mount Everest, and alchemizing his entire experience so it may be accumulated, tucked into his etheric body to make him even more whole, experienced, and made of something, to the point where you can see it on his face and within his body language, as if he's wearing it as a new style of clothing, which is completely okay to do and show off, as you've been through something, and marks just how cool our universe's nature is, and gives us full permission to be. The golden stream of light right next to the man, towards the back of the image, definitely has toroidal field vibes to it, new Earth toroidal field vibes in addition, which I'm going to ask now for all of our light bodies to be risen up to for our 2.0 upgrades out of the Age of Pisces timeline, and it's telling us of how heavenly it can get, as long as we match this, how well supported and seen we are by it in Christ-like ways, as Christ and Shekinah energy and frequency existed before his existence and outside of our time containment bubble, amongst the greater all for all to benefit from. The ultimate freedom that you've probably felt multiple times within your life before your spiritual awakening process even began, that you've likely tapped into by yourself as the light as a feather, angelic being on earth, or from even watching movies and hearing music that makes you feel this way, is also felt through the man's outstretched arms, which is letting us know that this is attainable from working with your own personal toroidal field, tapping into the earth or universe's toroidal field of oneness, and it's also coming with the energies of a little girl being lifted onto her father's shoulders underneath an expanse of blue sky, feeling free as a bird, endless, timeless, extremely happy, thought of, cared for, nurtured, free to play and be wild and free, and unconditionally loved in just the way she should be, which I'm going to ask sweep across any living and breathing soul whom's been without this for way too long now, to reach the hearts of fathers who would naturally be angry beyond belief by this form of absence from their life's natural structure, bringing the entire world right back to center, time traveling back to the days when this was all the norm, and sending all their judgments and everyone who's just as angry up to the heavens so it may be judged by Source Creator in the proper angelic court for Judgment Day. Now we should be feeling much more whole, fed, depthful, understood on toroidal scales, energized and healthy in the most childlike ways, no matter what age you are, as well as at home, nice and snug in your pajamas than ever before as a result of this tarot reading, energy healing study session on the toroidal field of oneness and consciousness. For now, I'm going to ask the Crystal Kingdom, which coincides and works along with the Fairy Kingdom, to work with us for the next few days to come. I'm feeling for 4 days will be necessary, depicted by the snow-covered mountain in the background, so that we'll be activated by its wisdom, its healing and activating properties, upgraded into our new Earth 2.0 light bodies and conscious awareness, and receive any downloads of information in order to understand it better, ourselves as a byproduct, as I feel this is a good place to stop our research upon it for now. Take care, be blessed, and look forward to a part 2 of this video to hit this channel in the future, Starseeds. Thank you for your attendance, and class is dismissed. Bye now.